Hey guys, another edition of Dan's Fight Picks coming up. Today is Friday, November 21st. Tomorrow, the big Riyadh season fights in Saudi Arabia. Want to give you a quick take, my take on the fights coming down. I've only really had trouble picking one fight, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But first off, Bam Rodriguez is going to be fighting Puma Martinez out of Argentina. I like Bam Rodriguez pretty much hands down, probably looking. Both are undefeated fighters at bantamweight, but the only thing I'm really waiting for in Bam Rodriguez's career is when he fights Naoya Inoue or Junto Nakatani. Now, then that will be a great fight. But as you probably gathered already, I am definitely picking Bam Rodriguez, to win that fight. Probably looking at a late round stoppage, probably 8th or 9th round for me. The next fight up, Abdullah Mason against another undefeated fighter out of the UK, Sam Noakes. Like I said, both are undefeated, squaring off for a vacant lightweight title. Noakes is around 27 years old. Abdullah Mason is a very young but very dynamic 21-year-old. Abdullah Mason, he looks like the goods to me. He was dropped twice in an earlier fight, but despite that, and despite being absolutely huge at the weight, he is young. I think he will make the weight just fine, and he did today, I believe. I pick Abdullah Mason. He's just quicker, getting the punches off. I think Noakes' style is going to play into right into Mason's hands. Look for Mason to continue to develop. I think that Mason will dominate from the outside, everything coming off the jab. Mason is, like I said, very dynamic. I think Abdullah Mason, or maybe Abdullah Sugar Mason, stops Sam Noakes probably in 9 or 10 rounds. Next up, this may be the main event, but I'm going to do it now. David Rodriguez against Anthony Yarde. David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. I think this is going to be a really good fight, but I think David Benavidez is on a real streak right now. Dimitri Andrade, Caleb Plant, the Cuban light heavyweight Morrell, Vostek. He is definitely on a roll, fighting very high level competition. Seems to be just peaking right now. I'm not really sold on David Benavidez's power, but definitely the speed and the high output are definitely there. Let me just interject this really fast. I think Anthony Yarde is a dangerous opponent, and there's a real possibility that Yarde hurts Benavidez at some point in time, but I think Benavidez is just on too much of a hot streak. I think Benavidez, again, is looking to set up his combinations behind the jab. Benavidez loves it whenever people cover up in the high guard. He peels that guard away and just goes to work. I think David Benavidez takes a 12-round decision over Anthony Yarde. So now we come to the main fight that's been giving me so much trouble to break down. Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney. This fight has given me difficulty no end, actually. And whenever this fight was first announced, I thought solidly that Brian Norman would win this fight. I I'm not sure anymore. Generally, whenever I overanalyze things, I am completely wrong. But I'm starting to lean more towards Devin Haney winning this fight. My reasoning is I think Devin Haney's movement will be the primary thing that will get him through the fight. After reviewing tapes, recent fights of Brian Norman Jr. against Santillan and his last fight against Jin Saki in Japan, Brian Norman looked fantastic, but those guys were either coming right towards him or staying right there. Brian Norman did not have to use the energy to set things up and to track down an opponent. I'm not saying Devin Haney is going to run in this fight, but he is definitely going to move, and that it is very, very difficult to fight an elite mover and beat them, quite frankly. It will be kind of a litmus test since Devin Haney's last fight. Well, he's had two bad showings, which you guys are well aware of, against Ryan Garcia, a fight which he lost, which was overturned, and of course Jose Ramirez. But I am going probably against the grain, picking Devin Haney by unanimous decision. And those are my takes. See you at the fights, guys.